But the biggest reason they lost was, damn it, Anthony Edwards. He took his game to the next level.
He did.
And for a young player at this age, at this stage, we haven't seen this in quite some time.
How impressed are you with this Minnesota team that you've seen here in a 4-game sweep of Phoenix?
I think they've answered every question that was the narrative before the season. Oh, those two big guys cannot play together. Oh, Anthony Edwards cannot take over games in the right time. Oh, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the ownership and management is changing and all of the things that are going on. They've answered every question.
You know, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into the Minnesota Timberwolves at this point because this team is playing out of their absolute minds, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but also when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, they are playing flawless basketball, and just going out and sweeping the Suns tells you all you need to know about how good they're actually playing. Every single person on this team is contributing, and the star players on this team are playing their best basketball, so if they can continue to play like this, I really don't see a world where they lose going forward. I know that might be crazy to say, but they are so good when they're playing at their highest level that I think this team truly is a contender that nobody wants to play against. But before we get into why I believe that, if you like Minnesota Timberwolves content just like this, make sure to go down and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any Timberwolves videos for the remainder of this season. Okay, so to get back on topic with the Minnesota Timberwolves, this team, of course, is coming off a series against the Suns where they just swept them 4-0, which is something nobody expected. I mean, heading into this series, I did expect the Timberwolves to ultimately win it, but I did not expect them to win it in the fashion that they did. I thought the Suns at least would win 1 or 2 games, but the Timberwolves made sure that wasn't the case. Like I said earlier on in the video, they were lights out on offense and on defense, and that all starts with that guy, Anthony Edwards. I mean, to be just 22 years old, this guy is an absolute freak of nature, and he has put on a show in these past 4 games. I mean, to be averaging 31 points a game while also averaging 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals on top of it is just ridiculous. He not only is putting up the production, but he also just brings an energy to the court that I don't think people give him enough credit for, because when you see that energy, everybody on your team is going to feed off of it, and that's exactly what we saw happen. He exudes confidence from the start of the game all the way to the finish of the game, regardless of who he's playing against, because we just saw him do it against one of the greatest basketball players of all time in Kevin Durant. He did not shy down from that competition at all, so if he can continue to do that going forward, I don't expect his production to drop off at all, and if his production stays the same, I really don't see a reason why the rest of this team wouldn't follow suit. Now, even though he's the biggest reason, in my opinion, for their success, you can't forget about everybody else because they also play a huge role, and that starts with Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Both of these guys, just like Anthony Edwards, are playing great basketball, and their stats back it up. Karl-Anthony Towns in this series averaged almost 20 points per game while also averaging 9.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists, which shows how good he's playing. And then Rudy Gobert might not have averaged as many points, but he makes up for it on the defensive side of the ball, which is of course what he's known for. And when you have 2 big men as talented as that and they're both playing their best basketball, you're going to see a lot of success, and that's exactly what we've seen. They just aren't going to back down against anyone, and they are going to be the more physical team because of these 2 guys, and that's exactly what we saw against the Suns. Now, to go along with those first 3 guys I mentioned, Jaden McDaniels is also playing pretty good for him. Alexander Walker's playing good, and Mike Conley is playing good as well, with all things considered. And then on top of that, when you add to it that the players on the bench are playing pretty good too, I just don't see how you wouldn't have confidence in this team going forward. I know the competition they're going to play against is only going to get harder, but they have started off this postseason exactly how you would want to start it off, and I want to show some clips just to prove that. Alright, so on the first play right here, as you can see, it is the first quarter. The game just started. We're just trying to get some momentum, and I really just want to show you how much people respect Anthony Edwards. Obviously, he's been killing the Suns all series at this point, and right here, he's one-on-one with Devin Booker, and he's just going to give a little quick jab step to act like he's trying to take it to the rack, and that alone is going to cause KD right here to be worried about it and step in just a little bit to give Karl-Anthony Towns enough space to shoot a 3. Just watch it right here. Slow motion, he's just going to drive in real quick, and right when KD sees him drive in, he steps in just a little bit. Anthony Edwards sees that, passes it to Karl-Anthony Towns, leaves him wide open for a 3. Easy cash. KD's not able to contest it. This is so important because you never know if he's actually going to drive in right here or if he's going to kick it. So if you step in at all, he can just kick it, swing it, you got him wide open for a three, he's probably going to knock it down. Or if KD sits still or even hedges this way a little bit, then he can take it, and we know Anthony Edwards is going to win in a one-on-one situation the majority of the time, so it puts the Suns in a really bad position, and that's exactly what you want to do. Put your best player in the best position to succeed, spread out the court. Got him. KD barely helps. Pass it. Shoot it. Cash. Great way to start off the game, start getting some momentum going. Now, on this next play right here, it's still early on in the game, still trying to get something going, and we're going to see something similar happen here that I like a lot. So we're taking the ball down the court. We're going to get it down low to Karl-Anthony Towns. We kind of got a mismatch on KD, and because of that, this guy's going to hedge over a little bit, try to come help out on Karl-Anthony Towns, and then Jaden McDaniels does a good job seeing that and kind of sneaking himself in the paint. And right when Karl-Anthony Towns sees this guy help a little bit and he sees Jaden McDaniels come down, he gets the pass down to him really quick, right on him, go up, easy bucket, let's go. And this is just something that you kind of have to do, and it once again puts the defense in the bind because of how many star players are on this team. If you leave Karl-Anthony Towns right here one-on-one, he's going to take KD to the rack, and he's probably going to score on him. So this guy has to help, or it's going to be a free bucket. But because Karl-Anthony Towns sees that, he's able to get to Jaden McDaniels, and I love Jaden McDaniels filling out the court right here and knowing to cut at the perfect time because it leads to an easy bucket, and he's able to finish through contact. On the next play here, we get something that I also like a lot. Kyle Anderson obviously has the ball right here. He sees Rudy Gobert. He's trying to cut to the lane a little bit. But what I love about this is it simply just shows how physical the Timberwolves are willing to be. And when you show up and you be physical like this, it makes the other team shut down. So Kyle Anderson, he really doesn't do much here. All he does is throw it up and give Rudy Gobert a chance at it. Kind of like you're playing football right there. Go up and high point the ball. He does that. And then once he gets the ball inside the paint, it's over. You're in front of him already, and Rudy Gobert is going to find a way to finish, and that's exactly what he does and makes it look easy. And then on a play right after that, when they get the ball back, we're going to get Rudy Gobert coming up and setting a screen for Karl-Anthony Towns. And all Karl-Anthony Towns is going to do right here, he's going to give a quick little move between the legs twice, boom, boom, take off, burst by the defender, and as a center, he's able to do this, which is absolutely insane. He's going to take him to the rack with ease, go up, and finish with an easy lay. Centers honestly shouldn't be able to do this right here, take somebody to the rack like this easily, and at the same time be able to shoot three-pointers like we saw him do earlier. But of course, we know this guy can, and that's exactly what he does. And once again, the two centers showing their physicalness to the opposing team is going to be a huge help. And I'm showing it to you right here. Easy lay, another easy bucket. Now, we both know we cannot finish this video without talking about Anthony Edwards a little bit. And right here, we're going to see him have the ball. He's one-on-one right here. There's nobody in the paint. He sees that. He knows he can take his opportunity. So all he's going to do is give a quick little pause, act like he's going to go to the screen that's being set this way, but instead burst around him this way. He's going to get the defender. He's going to have to finish through a little bit of contact, but because it's Anthony Edwards, he's able to do it. Go up, finish with ease, easy bucket. And then because he's so quick whenever he wants to get around somebody, you have to respect that. So every defender that guards him is going to be thinking about that, and they're going to be a little bit scared of that, and they're always going to have it in the back of their head, and that's what you're going to see happen right here. So you're going to pass it to him. He's going to act like he's going to take off into the paint. Devin Booker and Bradley Beal step up thinking he's going to do that, and right when he gives this little hesitation like he's going to go, you'll see it right here. Boom, they both back up instantly because they think he's going to try to take it to the rack, but he doesn't do that, steps back, and hits an easy three, wide open, cash money, absolute bucket, and makes him pay for thinking he's going to drive. So overall, I don't exactly know what you want me to tell you about this Minnesota team. They're looking extremely good, and they're playing their best basketball of the season right now, and if they can continue to do this, they really can beat anybody that they're going to have to play against. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but they have enough talent to do so, and I would not be against betting on them to do it.